Hello everybody, it's Wendy from A Bead on a Wire Jewelry, and today for you I have a tutorial on how to make these cute feather earrings. They're so quick and simple, and I just think they turn out so pretty. So we're going to do that, and then after that I have a little bit of finished jewelry that I wanted to show you. I've kind of gotten off on a feather like tangent, I guess, so it's not necessarily finished jewelry from the bargain bead box, even though I used some beads from the bargain bead box on it. So you'll see what I mean here in a minute. But anyway, let's get into this. If you want to learn how to make these feather earrings, it's super easy. What you will need are some feathers, and I'm not going to dump these out again because I dumped them out before, and as you can see, I don't know if you can tell, but there are like little feathers everywhere. Like, they went everywhere. But I got these feathers at Joann's. They came in packages. There was a package of these brown spotty ones, and then there was a package of the colored ones, a mixed package of the colored ones, and I just mixed them all together in this tub because, frankly, I could not figure out a better way to store them. They are like... yeah, and then I tried to blow on the table to get them off, and they like multiplied. I don't know, it was really weird, but they're everywhere. So anyway, you're going to need some feathers. So you can pick up those packages at Joann's, Michael's, Hobby Lobby. They all have them. And for these ones that I did earlier this morning, I used the red and turquoise. I really love these colors together. The red and turquoise, I think, are so pretty. But for this one, I'm going to use these little spotted feathers and these little bright blue ones. So you want to try to find some that are very similar, and that is here's a tip. If you buy these feathers, buy more than one package. Like, I should have gotten 2 packages of the brown ones and 2 packages of the colored ones, because then I would have had a lot more to choose from, because right now I had a really hard time finding 2 that even closely resemble each other, and these really, they don't match all that great, but I think they will work. So, like I said, yeah, you probably want to buy more than one package so you have a little variety. And then you're going to need some beads, and these are actually beads out of the last bargain bead box, so I'm going to use those. You'll need a component to glue your feathers to. So this actually came from the bargain bead box several times ago, and it had a loop here. It's a connector, and I just cut that loop off, and I'm going to use it that way. You can use filigree. I actually looked at some filigree to use. I mean, you can glue it to filigree, you can glue it to connectors, you can glue it to... what else could you use? I mean, I don't know, pretty much, you could even glue it to a big bead, I guess, if you had one, but I'm just going to use these connectors, and like I said, I just cut the bottom off. And then, if you want to put a back on it like this is just a bail. It's a little tiny bail, and I just cut the loop off the top. Not a bail, a bezel, I'm sorry. And I cut the loop off the top and just made a back, just so it looks a little more finished, so you don't have the feathers just sitting there. These are stamping blanks, used for metal stamping, and you can tell right there, I need to file it, but I cut the loop off of it. You can get them without the loop, but I'm going to glue it on the back just so it gives it a little bit of a finished look, and you don't see the messy feathers on there. You're going to need a couple of ear wires of your choice. I use posts on this one, and I'm going to use fish hooks on this new one. I've got some bead caps here. Not sure if I'm going to use them. I'm really weird about bead caps. I think sometimes they look just weird and make things look weird, so I don't always use them, but we'll see. I did use some on this one, but like I said, I'm picky about them. Like, I don't like them to be too big, I don't like them to be too small. They have to just really be perfect, and I did like the way that turned out, but I'm not sure I'll use these, but we'll see how it goes. And then you're going to need a couple of head pins to do your beads on. You're going to need chain nose, or flat nose, round nose. I use a couple pairs of flat nose pliers and a wire cutter. And scissors if you're using a big feather, because like this little one right here, he was longer, but I cut him down to be about the same size as this one. And you're going to need either hot glue or E6000. For the purpose of this tutorial today, just to make it quicker, I'm going to use hot glue, but I really think that E6000 would be easier because, man, I'm telling you, these little feathers are like, they have a mind of their own. They fly around everywhere. I don't know. Let me pick up the camera. Can you look at all those little feathers everywhere? And if I blow them, they just fly. I mean, they're like, they're everywhere back there. So, yeah, I had the hot glue everywhere, and I think E6000 might be a better idea, but, like, you know, it takes a while to dry. So, for the purpose of the tutorial, we're just going to use hot glue. But, yeah, it's everywhere. And I know I've said this before. My hot glue gun. Okay, here, I'm going to show you my hot glue gun. This thing is crazy. Like, look at this glue that it leaks out. And I don't know why it does that. And, like, then I will try to get glue out. Well, it's coming out now because look, just watch it. It just flows. I'm not even touching the handle. And when it first starts coming out, it's yellow. So I don't know what's up with the hot glue gun. I've actually been, there's an Ling's hot glue gun that I really want to get. It's got precision tips on it. And it's like been $29 or something on Michael's website. I don't think they even have it in the store. And every time I've tried to use a coupon on it, it tells me the coupon's not valid. So I'm waiting because I'm not going to pay $29 for it, but I would probably pay $15 to get a decent glue gun that would last. And it's like a multi-temp one, and it has all these tips you can use. And anyway, that is a rabbit trail if there's ever been one. So you're going to need hot glue is the bottom line to that story. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead and glue the feathers. We could do the bead dangle first, but I kind of like to have the bottom part done before I do the bead dangle, just so I can make sure that it looks okay. So just, you're going to get your feathers, and you want to, like, make sure that they're pretty even and pretty much the same size. And then you're just going to be very careful because if your hot glue gun is like mine, it has a mind of its own. So I'm just going to put a little dab of hot glue on there. Not very much because I don't want it to be crazy. And then just stick your feathers together. And they will definitely stick in the hot glue like they do. It's okay. So see, you got a little feather there. So and then we're going to do the same thing with the other one. Hold on. I've got this jewelry here that I'm going to show you in a few minutes, and it's getting tangled up in the hot glue. Hot glue strings everywhere. Okay. So, oh no. See? I'm telling you. Did you see that? It dripped. I'm telling you, this hot glue gun is terrible. And I was looking earlier, I'm like, what is the brand name on this thing? Because it's horrible. And it's Art Skills, which is like, isn't that like a kid's art kind of stuff? So no wonder. I mean, it's not even like, I don't know. I would not let my kid use this thing, though. I mean, it's dangerous. Look at this. I've got hot glue everywhere. It is in the feathers. It is everywhere. It's here now. Yes. This hot glue gun is freaking crazy. Okay. Alright, so once you get your feathers glued together, hopefully a little bit more gracefully than I just did that. Ooh, and you want to make sure, see, I've got it glued to my finger. Okay, you want to make sure there's feathers everywhere, there's glue strings everywhere. It's early. It's like 7:52, and I've been up since 4 o'clock this morning. So yeah, I'm tired a little bit. Okay. So there you have it. There's 2 feathers. Now they are not perfect. They are not exactly alike. Some people, I've seen tutorials where people are like, they have to be exactly alike. But I don't think so I mean, these are kind of eclectic anyway, and they're feathers. So I don't know that you can get 2 that are exactly alike, but I think it's okay if they're a little bit different. Like if one goes one way and one goes the other. They're kind of, it's an organic thing, I think. So anyway, that's my little rant for that. So then you're going to take your connector or whatever you're using to hook your feathers to. Put a little hot glue on there. Again, carefully. And, whoops, I want to make sure that I get it on there the right way. You're just going to glue your feather on. Ow, and it is leaking through or heating up the metal, maybe. Okay. Glue your feather on, get it where you want it. I think that looks pretty good for that one. I'll lay it that way so it doesn't mess up. A little hot glue here. Feather on there. Okay, there we go. Now it's the hot glue dried really fast. Okay. Alrighty, so let's give those a second. Okay, then you're going to take your backs and see what I mean by, you know, it just shows the back. Oh, shows the back of the feather if you don't put something there. And I mean, you don't have to put something there. And I even could have taken like this filigree here. And I even could have cut the little loop off and used that, or, you know, whatever. I just had these little stamping blanks and I thought, well, that'll cover it. And it just adds a little, I don't know, you don't really have to do it, but I'm going to because I kind of like the little way, the finished way that it makes it look. So you put some glue on there and just press it in. And honestly, I think E6000 would work really well for this, but because like I said, I'm getting it everywhere. But it just takes so long to dry, and I didn't want to have to try to fool with that. So, okay. We're going to do the other one. And actually, this metal piece right here is a little small. For this, I would rather have a bigger one that would cover like the whole thing better, but I don't, so I'm just going to go with it. Ow. And hopefully it'll be okay. I am a terribly messy crafter, if you can't tell. I mean, I have hot glue everywhere. I actually, yesterday at work, a few weeks ago at work, I dumped an entire container, like one of these things, just not with crystals. It had jump rings and all kinds of tiny little things. I dumped the entire thing in the floor. And so I had to get down there and sweep the floor up and get all the stuff. And there was like fuzz and glue, E6000, where I'd like peeled it off of stuff, and a dead spider all curled up. And I was like, oh my God. So yesterday, in a preventive measure, I swept the floor under my table and all around, just so if I dump another thing in the floor, which inevitably will happen, I won't have to sort through little dead spiders to get all my stuff picked back up. But I'm a messy, messy crafter. I drop things. I mean, the floor here in my craft room, I've told Chris, do not vacuum in there, because inevitably he's going to vacuum up a bunch of crystals or something, because I drop things, and I don't know, I'm just not very, very good at being neat and precise, but oh well, whatever. Okay, so we've got them glued down, and this is what they look like. That's what the backs look like. And like I said, I'm not real crazy about these backs on this one, but the filigree probably would have been a better option. I still could actually put that on there, but I'm not going to, not right now. Okay, so here we have it. So now let's make our dangles. So I actually got an eye pin, or a head pin, and I need an eye pin. Sorry, I think I told you guys head pins too, but we need eye pins. Okay, here we go. Alright, so let's go ahead and make our bead dangle. So let's see if we want to use these bead caps or not. And I like to, a lot of times I like to put the bead cap on upside down and then put the bead on and just see, you know. And that's kind of cute. I don't know. It doesn't really fit in the, well, it kind of does. I don't know if I like that or not. I'm so picky about bead caps. They have to look right. I mean, I've tried to make tassels with them and stuff, and they look like octopuses. I don't like that. So, or there's that one. I think I like the other one better. This little one, to give it like a cupped look to that bicone. It's kind of cute. Could do this. Layer this one in here. Layer this bead on. Do I want to do that? see how it looks. It's kind of cute like that, isn't it? But then there's nothing on the top. I don't know if I need anything on the top. This is how I work. I just try to figure it out as I go. Maybe I should do it this way. Let's see what this looks like. I don't know if I like that because it almost looks like the bead caps are too big for that bicone in there. Whoops, and see, I'm rolling beads off the table. Okay, and I was going to tell you guys, this glass, this is like the best crafting cover for your table ever. You can get a 16 by 20 piece or something at Hobby Lobby, and of course if you use the coupon, it's not very expensive at all. These are 3 pieces that came out of picture frames, but I have the bigger piece from Hobby Lobby at work, and it's great. Everything just peels right off of it. E6000 just scrapes right off of it. Yeah, I really like it, and it's easy to clean up, and it's easy to move if you need to. And okay, so I'm going to look in these, in my bead caps here, my gold bead caps, and just make sure there's nothing that I think I would like better for this situation. Let's look at this one with the bicone. Just got to figure it out. Oh, now that's kind of cute because that almost looks like a little flower. Okay, I may do that. And then add this one on. That may be all it needs. I'm thinking I like that, just like that. Okay, so do I have another one of those? I do. Okay. Alright, so let's do this. And you guys will have to excuse my nails and my hands. I know I've said this before, but all I do all day at work is glue things with E6000. And it is hard on the hands. And then I've been doing a lot of gardening too. I'm telling you, North Carolina, I don't know if any of you people live in North Carolina, but it is fabulous for growing things. I have a peach hibiscus that I bought out front, and I absolutely adore it. It's so pretty, but we didn't have like the variety of flowers and beautiful growing plants back in West Virginia like we do here. I'm loving it. Okay, so you want to make a loop. That's not a very good loop. Goodness. That is, okay. That's really not the best way to make a loop. Don't go by my example. That loop didn't look too great. Like I said, I'm tired. I think Chris is just now getting up. I heard him thudding around downstairs. Okay, so let's do another loop. Hopefully I can do better with this one. Not much. Goodness. I need to get one of those looper things because, well, that one's okay. Alright, so here are our little bead dangles. We're going to go ahead and put them on our little feathers. I'm not even watching the viewfinder. I hope I'm getting all this for you guys. I guess I better go back and watch this video before I post it. Okay, so let's close that up. It's a little bit thick in there for that loop, but okay. So that's what we have so far. Oh, it's pretty cute. I know, I really am kind of liking these feathers, and I'm going to show you some here in a minute that are made with ostrich feathers, and they're just gorgeous. And I wore them the other day, and they were like really long, like they like brushed my shoulders, and I don't know, probably everybody wouldn't like them that long, but I think they're so pretty. Okay, so here's what we have. Little bead dangle on there. And then you're just going to open up your ear wire, whatever you've chosen. Make sure you put the front to the front. I'm really bad about doing that, you know, getting it in there wrong and then having to take it off. Okay. And if you do find that it's twisted a little because your loop is, you know, see how this is? You're obviously not gonna, you're going to wear it like this and it's going to be twisted this way. So you just want to take the ear wire in your plier like this, and take your loop in your other plier, and, no, wait a minute, that's not right. You want to grab it like this, is what it is. And then you just kind of twist it around. There we go. That's what I meant to do. And see, it straightens it right up. There you go. So that is the finished little feather earring, and I just think they turn out so cute. And Hobby Lobby had a package of these feathers that was so pretty. It was like purples and teal and just gorgeous colors, and so I may go get that one. I really like the colors that were in it, but I just think they make really cute and unique earrings. So that's that pair right there, and then we've got this other pair right here. So that's a couple of things there. Alrighty. So, now I just about knocked you guys right over. Telling you, I'm so clumsy. I don't know what's wrong with me. I drop things, I knock things over, I'm just bad. Okay, so here's our earrings, and I hope the tutorial was clear. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me in the comments, or you can email me, or you can even text me. I have, this is my, whoops, dropped it. See, this is my business card. Come on, focus up. Well, things gonna be fussy. There's my email. Facebook is a Bead on a Wire Jewelry. Instagram is a Bead on a Wire. My website is www.beadonawirejewelry.com. Not a bead, just bead on a wire. And then here's my phone number. You can text me, call me. I'm good with it. Alright, so let me show you all some finished jewelry that I've been working on. And I have a couple of friends that I'm wanting to send some things to. So I was trying to think of something unique because, whoops, I'm dropping things again, because these two friends are beaders too, and so they have a lot of beads, you know. I didn't really want to send them beads, but I wanted to send them something just unique that maybe they didn't already have. So I came up with this. This is an actual seashell from Myrtle Beach that we picked up last time we were there, and I've glued Swarovski crystals on it and a little pearl in there, and just hung it, you know, made a little dangle there and hung it on a chain with a toggle and a little decorative dangle on the end. So that is really super easy to make if you have access to seashells, and if you don't, you can buy seashells. So, and then I made these little earrings to go with it. So these are all real shells from Myrtle Beach. Last time Chris and I went, we actually found a shark tooth. I was so excited. I'd never seen one. Like, I've seen, you know, heard people talk about finding them, but I'd never seen one. So I was like, oh my God, it's a shark tooth. Yeah, it was big too. Yeah, I wouldn't want to get bit by one. So there's that. And then I made another one of those for another friend. Like I said, I had two. So this one is the same idea, the shell with the Swarovski crystals, and this one I put a little seahorse dangle on the bottom, and then we've got the toggle and just a little bead dangle. So that's that one, and then I made her a matching pair of earrings also out of little seashells. There's that, and I put a little crystal on the back. So that's those. I thought they turned out really cute, and I think it's unique. I mean, I don't think they'll have anything like that. Probably not exactly like that, even if they do have some seashell jewelry. And then I've been making some tassels. So let me show you the tassels. Now these I don't have on necklaces or anything yet. Let me get these out of the way. But I've been making some tassels. So here's a pendant tassel, and then I've got the little earring tassels to match it. And I played around a lot with thread with these, and I found that the best thread that I could find to use was Gutermann. Let me grab one and I'll show you. It's called Gutermann, and you can get it at Joann's. I don't think Hobby Lobby or Michael's carries it in their store. Michael's does have it online. But this is it. It's 100% polyester. They have 100% silk thread, but it's super expensive, so I just went with the polyester. And it makes really cute tassels. I mean, they have good movement. And this is a metallic green and a dark green. And then here are some black and silver ones. So, I've been playing around with these. I'm going to make these into necklaces and earrings. But this one, I already did. So here is a tassel that I already put on a pendant. And I just put some, I used a ring there and just attached the tassel and then attached some dangles with chain and a little bit of rhinestone cup chain. So just makes a little pendant, and then I put a couple of the little bead connectors up here, and it's got a toggle clasp with a little dangle. So that is a necklace that I made out of one of the tassels, and there are matching earrings to it. Here they are, little matching earrings. So I think those turn out really cute. Tassels are super popular right now. So that's that. And then I told you guys that I ordered these ostrich feathers. I ordered them from Moonlight Feathers, I believe. I'll put the link down in the description bar. But these are so pretty. They come, let me show you how they come. They come on this strip like this, and you can cut them, you know, but look at them. Oh my gosh, they're so pretty. I ordered purple, and I'm sorry, I'm trying to reach up on and grab them. Ordered purple. I ordered pink. These are together, light blue and dark blue, and this burgundy. And then I ordered black and white and champagne, but I've used almost all of the other ones, so they make gorgeous earrings. So here is a pair. This is an earring that I made. They are just so, oh, I just think they're elegant. These feathers are so pretty, and they just hang and flow. So the way I did these, this is actually the back, here's the front. I took bead caps. These are flattened out bead caps. I just took them and mushed them on the table till they go flat. And then I glued the Swarovski crystals on there. I know that I've told you guys before that I work for a company that glues crystals, makes pageant jewelry, and jewelry for Miss North Carolina and everything. And so I'm getting kind of into the crystal thing now. I think it's fun. But I flattened 2 bead caps. This is one and this is the other one, and glued them on top of each other. Glued the crystals on, and then I just did these like we did the feathers there. I actually used Z6000 on these, but I glued them in between these bead caps and just attached a jump ring and a fishhook ear wire. So I just think they make, this is the champagne color of the feathers, and I just think they make they're just so pretty. They're so flowy. And if you don't like them this long, you can trim them. You know, I wouldn't cut them straight across because that would look kind of funny, but you can kind of trim them up like, you know, you want to do it like this, like kind of layery. I don't know how to say it, but yeah, but oh, I think they're just gorgeous. I love them. I made myself a black pair, and yeah, I really like those. So there's those. And then I did this pair. Oops. I'm dropping everything. Now I'm dropping things in the drawer. It's just, I'm so clumsy. Okay. So then I did this pair. And these are the white ones. And I actually layered some of the champagne ones in there. Like you can layer them on top of each other and glue them together. Sadie. Let me show you. Well, look, Sadie. There she is. her treats are in this drawer. Do you see them? And she just came over there and looked at it, stuck her nose in there. She's like, there's my treat. She's already had one this morning, so I'm not going to give her another one, but she's so funny. Okay, so anyway, these again are flattened out bead caps that I glued Swarovski crystals on. And there's a flattened out bead cap on the back. And these are on lever backs. So there's another pair of them. And then I did a burgundy pair. Shut the drawer since I dropped this pair on the floor. Okay, so this is just a piece of filigree. And I just I took the feathers and layered them, glued them, you know, to make this small little bundle. I kind of like the 2 or 3 together, you know, a bundle of them. I don't just, if you just take one little piece and cut it, they just don't look as pretty. You kind of need it to be full. But glued some crystals on there, so that's all this is. It's actually a chandelier earring finding, not filigree, but I keep it with my filigree, so that's why I said that. But yeah, those are some burgundy ones. And I have a couple more pair. Here's a black pair. Oh, I just think they're so elegant and so pretty. This is just a pinch bail. And, you know, some crystals glued on for this one. So, but look at them. They're just so pretty. I love them. And then one more pair here. These are blue. And they've got, okay, here we go. These I layered the light blue and the dark blue together. And this is just a piece of filigree. And some of them I didn't do anything to the back. I just left it plain. Some of them I did, but this one I didn't. And those are some light sapphire AB crystals and the lever back ear wires. So that's what I've been working on. I know that I got my bargain bead box and I really need to get into it and start using it, but I've been really busy too. I did use, these are the bargain bead box beads right here, and that is from an old one. So it's been really busy though. My job has been busy and it's going pretty good. And let's see, what else? I don't know, we've just been really busy. Chris's parents sold their house and they're getting ready to move here. Oh, and I know what I've been busy with. I've been uploading things to my website like crazy. I know I told y'all before I had 200 and some items in a store in Huntington and I had to pull them all out and when we moved, and now I'm trying to upload them all to the website. And I've been making pretty good progress, so I'm about to get it together. But I got the bright idea the other day, so for all of you who may not know a whole lot about websites, let me tell you, do not do this. I got the bright idea the other day that I was going to, because it was running kind of slow, and I thought, okay, I need to clear out some storage. So I was